Okay, I guess we are live. Um, I have to get organized here a little bit. Let me just get over here. Um, channel. Okay, I guess we are live. So let me just accept Bobby's invite.
Play 32, 33. I could be
Okay.
wrong about it, but I definitely don't see him getting up to 36, 35 minutes like he once was in Detroit with Tristan Thompson splitting those minutes with him. Obviously, it's not right down the middle, but he's getting some.
All right. I don't see you.
Play
Um,
definitely a
my
better per
camera
dollar
closed
play
for a
for
second.
me.
I'll open
And then
it up.
Marcus,
and I hear all your audio. Okay, there's your audio.
especially on FanDuel. I
Yeah,
guess
if you can mute your computer audio.
Give me 1 second here.
On FanDuel, it is no.
Yeah, I'm just listening to how other people are being affected by this late breaking news here.
Yeah, it's So I was going to attack it one of two ways. The first thing I was going to do is I was going to keep my builds, my lineups the way they are, and then try to just filter in the the better plays within here. But then what I decided to do is I just kind of started over. I just kind of ran stuff with just optimals to start off with, just so I had had a framework. And then I was going to go back to my original to my plays outside of the construct of all this. You know what I mean? Of all this Minnesota stuff, and see which guys I really wanted to get in. So, like for example, like before all this stuff broke and my lineups the way they were, I was really into this Sacramento thing. I was going to play a lot of just a overwhelming amount of Bogdan actually. Um,
Yeah, it made a lot of sense then. It's really hard to justify except for the small forward position part of it.
yeah, and I was going to play some Fox with Bogdan and Luca. Had a couple of that going on, and I was really on the Sun side. I mean, I have to say, I was definitely getting into Rubio here on DraftKings. Um, as you know, as much as we talk about it, I was really
So
kind of
funny because
into.
we get onto the things after I get onto them.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not my point. But then after that, I end up being off of it.
Oh.
And I'm not totally off of it at all. It's just I'm looking at this now, and it seems. I just think we need to talk about the value plays. I know you're going through your lineup, so we got to talk.
No, that's totally fine. That's totally fine.
So, in my personal opinion, the least safe of these on DraftKings is Diallo.
The least safe on DraftKings is Diallo.
And I actually would almost put Malik Beasley in that category.
Okay.
So I can basically no longer play a guy I loved earlier in Malik Monk because I'm playing Malik Beasley. I'm literally swapping them, except for I do have them together a couple places. It's really hard to make that play anymore. Now, while it could still work out and what it would take is basically Monk catching fire and going nuts or whatever. The difference is Beasley's going to be given 1,000 times more the opportunity to do that. So let's start with that. The big argument, if I had to choose between one of Naz Reid and James Johnson, assuming they're both starting, I would choose Naz Reid. I would play them together. I would play them separately more desirably because they don't make nearly as much sense together as you might think. Like this, if it was anyone but Charlotte,
okay,
this game can go small, which makes me like James Johnson more. But Naz Reid is absolutely phenomenally skilled, can crush and dominate to where he's dictating. They're the home team. The other safe guy I feel just safe with, and maybe if you want to do something really crazy and you want to play him in one lineup and fade the other two, I think you could play just Juancho instead of the other two. Because like the one thing about Milwaukee, about them is that they have about Minnesota. The thing that worries me is how many minutes Vanderbilt's going to end up playing. Which, by the way, super long shotty, get crazy with it, kind of a thing. There's a chance he plays. If he ends up somehow getting in the 20s in the minutes, you could hit that. But you can't do it really. But like this is sort of an unusual situation. What's interesting is how the guards' minutes didn't change at all. I don't necessarily know if I agree with that. The usage definitely changed. Beasley got one more minute. I think Russell, like assuming this game stays close, why wouldn't it? And also you have like gunners back and forth, even though, Charlotte plays slower. First of all, I'm still on the over on this game. That's one thing. I want the over at 225.
Has it changed?
Oh my God, it's dropped like 6 points.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Let's just keep going with it. I think that Russell does actually oddly slow the pace down of games, but everyone else is more going to play at the pace. James Johnson included, by the way, he can play at any pace. Beasley's going to push. Culver's going to push. Like sneaky Allen, like all these things. They have 9 or 10. I guess they have 10 legitimate bodies. And I think that I think you need to have a minimum of 1. And I think the maximum is everyone. But I think you got to run it back then, because we've been talking about how good a play Charlotte is and nothing has changed.
That's true.
So that's the key, and that's where you can make your difference, is playing Charlotte.
Well,
all right, guys, it's White Cloud Wednesday, so
who do we like now from Charlotte? I was also looking at Charlotte again, and I liked what the hell is this? You gotta be kidding me.
we didn't get anything else, did we?
No, I thought that we did. That would have been just.
I actually thought James Johnson was already starting, which is interesting. I thought he was going to start anyway.
I heard no.
That actually is interesting. No, that actually may be interesting. So let me get the starting lineups page called up. You keep talking for a second.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the. Now, did you mention that Naz Reid was going to be starting? Because that was
That's what it looked like it was going to happen. Hold on 1 second. I'm waiting for it to update on my thing.
No, that makes sense.
I prefer Russell. I'm actually trying to answer some questions in the meantime. So on FD, do I prefer Russell over Middleton? Middleton, no. I prefer Middleton. Booker, all of a sudden's ownership will drop.
You think Booker's ownership's going to drop?
Not like through the floor. First of all, my whole plan was to get off of them. Let me, while we're doing this, just make some changes in my 1500 lineup, because I don't need the projections to update for me to know roughly what I want to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Really sadly, I wish that somehow James Johnson or Reed or any of these guys were somehow small forward eligible. It's also making me have to get off of my original love for my play of Oladipo, which is scaring me, because I think he's a phenomenal play.
Oladipo?
And it also changes my whole belief of what I've been saying all day about having the guard in the utility spot. Now we've got everybody's power forward center. All the value is power forward center, period. And I actually am having to choose between these guys. I have to get PJ Washington out of my lineups. You know how much that's going to hurt my feelings? I have to. Because I have to. No, I'm serious. The only thing that's weird is that do I think PJ Washington outscores Larry Nance here enough? If it was anyone but Atlanta, I would say yes. But no, it's Atlanta, you know? Shoot. Sucks is what it does. So I'm going to have to change my whole roundabout thing and play these. I mean, the value I agree the most with is James Johnson. Right now is James Johnson for safety. I got to see the starting lineup first, because I'm still waiting on the one that I trust, because in that little notification, I did not get the starting lineup, and apparently somebody in chat probably will have it. Naz Reid or Chuck D. They're different prices. Oh, on FanDuel? Wow. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Dude, this might be I need to take a step away. This is the best thing. Can I just give you guys a tournament strategy when you have 35 minutes still left, even if you have hundreds of lineups? Just regroup, relax, let everything reset. As Sheets always says, plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
I still want to kind of get Bogdan in somehow. And if you're telling me that Booker, my current runs right now are giving me like almost all of the Booker. So if you're telling me that he's going to be lower owned now,
Well, what I'm saying is that why wouldn't he be? Think about it. D'Angelo Russell is now a better play than Booker is.
okay, that makes sense.
So, let's think about it. By the way, I'm opening another White Claw because this is a stressful slate. I'm playing very heavy tonight, so it's nerve wracking. Well, it's not nerve wracking. It's just let's make the right decisions here. The thing that I'm having trouble giving up on is my original Oladipo thought. I think I just have to scrap, and that hurts. To be honest with you, it hurts not being able to play PJ Washington. My whole original plan is a little bit out the window. What I can do is my backup plan, which if this value all does in fact open up, there's one small forward that I like quite a bit better than the others. You know who that man is?
Who's that?
Luka.
He is a small forward, isn't he?
Why isn't he the backup plan that fits perfectly? Now we can overspend, first of all. Is there anybody on the slate with a higher ceiling? Absolutely not. Is there anybody on the slate who, if he was going to look, by the way, his minutes projection has now gone up, his point projection's gone up, and so is his ownership, sadly enough. But I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I have 20%. I have 20%. I have 16 lineups on drafts. I have 4 of them with Luka as it is.
I like that. I'm talking about. I'm playing my 1500 right now.
Okay.
And I just put in Nance, Diallo, Reed, and Johnson. Somehow I think Diallo actually finds his way out of this, and I could see fading Nance, except for it's Atlanta. I can't get over that part of it. If there was one guy meant to play against Atlanta, it would be him. The problem is it's also keeping me off my original plan, which was to play Trey with Drummond at center, and I would have been happy to fade Nance, except for now that I can cram it all in together, it's opening up Luka, Trey, and plenty to spend on top of it with guys who can all get me 40. That's hard for me to pass up. You see what I'm saying?
I do. I'm having issues because I want to play Dwayne Dedmon.
I love Dwayne Dedmon. I love it. He's a terrific pivot off these guys. And what's weird is that, forget the ownerships for right now, I don't see him really getting – maybe he can somehow catch up. No, I don't think there's any way he can. I want to give a little shout out. First of all, a lot of the BetQL stuff was really sharp today. I want to give a shout out to that. I also want to give a shout out, and this is not some company that I work for, but how quickly Roto Grinders is at least updating their projections on players rather than they're not getting the ownership right yet, but they're doing an incredible job considering how fast and how little time you have. Here's the other problem with this. Now we're supposed to forego Hernan Gomez too, right? Like it just feels wrong, man. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah, but remember, I mean, you can't play everybody, right? And you do it in some degree have to prioritize these guys.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
My priorities right now are Nance, Diallo, Naz Reid, and Johnson.
And so you think Beasley? You're not Beasley.
No, but I want Beasley in as my shooting guard.
Yeah.
Problem is the guards are loaded. So that's just all the other stuff. But so is the power forward center. Those were the power forward centers. And it leaves me in a weird spot of a guy who I loved early in the day when you could get – I mean, first of all, the ownership on this guy is going to be 0.0%, 0.1.
Who, Butler?
No, I love that play too, but I have exactly 7,100 left, and it's leading to me. There's one really obvious play, and I can get my 40 from him. But I already want 40 out of my other guys, so I can play a couple guys here, including Beasley, by the way. I want 40 out of him too. Can I get away with a Jamal Murray game?
Hell yeah.
I think so.
Absolutely.
But does that make sense as a last piece? Like, I have 3 Minnesota. I'm not running back any Charlotte.
Well,
I don't like.
Well, if it's a last piece, I mean, who's better?
I'm going back to the drawing board.
Okay.
As much as I like LeBron on, it's weird because I like LeBron so much better than Luka on FanDuel.
Oh my God! I was before this Minnesota. I can't tell you how much this probably saved me because I had like about 50% Jokic.
You know what's funny about that is that I actually now I'm way more on you.
Yeah. So
I did a couple of the one. I did a little bit of the 1v1 action. I'm gonna take a quick look at something in the background, guys. I'm gonna keep looking. Look, I know it's a free show, so bear with us. It's fucking Wednesday. It's been a stressful couple days and been really good, but like, yeah, Randall's a sick call. Like Randall is. That's like the way you should be playing these tournaments.
What?
Like,
Just go Randall and Beal and screw everybody?
Nothing has changed for Julius Randle. Nothing.
Well, except for the opportunity cost of playing him. That's all.
Exactly. But his game hasn't changed. So if we think we can get 55 and win a tournament or 60, if you're playing him anyway at that price, you want 55 or 60. And again, you weren't really all about it either.
Right.
But it's still, when you have two spots at power forward, see, and FanDuel, it's very different because I try to win positions, you know what I mean? Even if it's on a point per dollar basis or as long as I can differentiate, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we should actually talk. In about 10 minutes. Can we talk about FanDuel because it's
absolutely.
I've got all my money on 2 lineups right now, and I'm going to switch everything up. And I'm just trying to take a breath before I figure out how to. Are we foregoing too much of the upside with the Sabonis's?
Yeah, my first thing I did was just wimped out and just played the 2 power forwards.
I mean, it's gonna make us be able to pay up at center easy. So Jokic went from being 0 on to where he's gonna be on, right? I mean, that's what happens.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, the same price on Fit. That sucks, man. I thought I had a little, you know, hey, maybe we get a little LeBron Jokic action going at no ownership, and now it's like, well, I mean, LeBron was going to be owned on FanDuel, but I think the combo was going to be completely. I mean, Jokic was projected at 4%, but now there's value, now there's things, so we're adjusting. So we're talking about adjusting. Guys, keep throwing questions in. I'll answer best you can. Maybe pivot off of Kate. Wait, okay. I'm gonna catch up on the chat. You keep going with your lineups here.
Absolutely.
Nas Reed or Chuck Diallo answered that. Can you do a 6-man? Yes, you can. I think there's a chance on DK that a 7-man stack of the Charlotte, Minnesota could actually win. It depends on how fast Minnesota decides to play. Now, as much as we think of D'Angelo Russell as a fast guy who pushes it, he also part of the reason we think that is because he's terrible defensively. So every team he's on gives up a ton of points. And also he is a ball stopper. He'll dribble. Anybody who dribbles like 7 times, those are not usually lineups that you want at the head of where you're at. You don't see Cat dribbling 7 times too often unless the last one's finished with a dunk and it takes about 4 seconds. Still on Drummond. I think Drummond is a really great line. I'm being very honest. It's very hard for me to play that. It really is. Maybe our answered pivot off Cat on FD now that he's out. Yeah, it's Jokic, but there's not any pivot anymore. Like Jokic was projected to be, I think, 4 or 2% owned on FanDuel. Yeah, 4%.
Yeah. Now people are gonna have to play him. I mean, like.
What do you think they're gonna play him now? What do you think percentages? Let's get a percentage. He's already jumped. He's already doubled.
I'll tell you that who's going to be mega chalk is Whiteside, right?
Wow, dude, what a great fate of Whiteside this is going to be.
That's what's going to happen, right?
It's going to be Gobert and Whiteside.
Yeah, and neither of them are particularly excited. I mean, I shouldn't say that.
It's just so weird that Nas Reed and these guys aren't center eligible. Like they don't have a center eligible playing for Minnesota, which kind of sucks. Because we literally it doesn't matter who it is on FanDuel. Like that would be the chalk. It literally could be anybody. I could walk out there and say Bobby Firestone is starting at center for the Timberwolves and is expected to play 30 minutes, and I would be a terrific play. I would probably go 0 for 1 from the floor. I would take 1 shot probably have like 7 or 8 turnovers. I'd probably have 10 rebounds. So I guess I would need to be a little bit. I'm more of a showdown play, I guess, in that spot. Let's see. Bismack is starting at center. That is interesting.
Bismack is starting.
Terry Rozier is out. Okay, so Devonte Graham now. Oh my God! Now we kind of have to. They're just forcing everybody to play this game now.
Terry Rozier is out. So, all right. So wait. So what does that mean? So that means
Devonte Graham.
that, well, what it means that Devonte Graham is going to project to be much better, and it's also going to mean he's going to be really popular, or maybe not.
Hey, you have plenty of other options. Plenty of other options.
Well, first of all, you know who
You
real,
can get
you know
swapped.
you know who becomes like you know who
Let's help.
who becomes alpha play alpha.
Doesn't matter. Let's wait 1 second on this. We have to help people in one sense. There's one direct pivot because that's the first thing you look for is a direct pivot if you're playing a lot of lineups. Anybody who's playing a lot right now, immediately switch on DraftKings from Rozier to Rubio. Okay? Sorry about that, Sheets. I needed to get that out.
What I was going to say is, you know what that opens up as your freaking ultra alpha play is your freaking Malik Monk.
The problem is, yeah, it does. But then we've got on the other side. The thing is, Monk won't get the ownership still.
I know that.
And the ownership will go to Beasley. So this is worth thinking about.
Well, this is what Mr. Eric is doing. Mr. Eric is direct pivoting Malik Beasley to Monk. That's what he's doing. So
I don't think you need to do that though. Like, what if maybe the pivot is in the power forward spot? Maybe that's what we're missing. Let's take a look at that because, I mean, actually, by the way, that still makes me like I don't. Okay, I'm gonna have to blow it up. I'll leave it in the $80, $88 or whatever. But it's a blow up time, baby. It's that's a game stack. It's too hard to resist, especially in a 1500. Look, I'm not trying to win a tournament with 65,000 people in this. It's worth more money than that, but it's only a couple thousand people. So
right,
I can win this tournament without having. I mean, look, if I can still make a play on Caleb Martin, who I already, by the way, had in my lineups, but that's a weird little minimum cost guy that's going to blow up all of a sudden. It's just, how do you get all these guys in? Like, where are you? I mean, there's places to spend, but like, where are you going to put each player? Exactly. Right. The guy who to me is fading out is Diallo and Nance, which is going to be what everyone else feels. So we just got to just take that as a breath. Like, there's nobody in the world going to play PJ Washington on DraftKings anymore. And there's nobody going to play Miles Bridges on DraftKings. And he just, to me, that's just stepped up what it is. I got to get rid of Oladipo. It sucks. My play of the day. He can still even get there, and I still may not be good enough. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we're going to go with James John. I'm going with a strong, like, I don't care. The first thing you got to do is build your strong core. James Johnson, Naz Reid, I don't care if they're in the same lineup. You don't need both of them. It annoys me. It's not optimal. I'm not trying to win. Again, we'll see what happens by the time we're done with this build. Naz Reid, Johnson, we're going to have to play Devonte Graham, which is so stupid that he's only point guard eligible. He should be shooting guard eligible. Devonte Graham. Okay, all I'm going to have to do is make one huge pivot and just hope that my original take hold. Maybe I can play him still. Okay, so Naz Reid, Devonte Graham. If I played Nance and it's actually interesting. I'm interested in the Deadman thing instead, maybe, of the Diallo.
Yeah, I'm playing a decent amount of both of them.
Okay. Well, in my big lineup, let's just pretend we have one lineup here because that's what I've got going here. And we'll talk it. You know what? Like, there's some of you watching, but there's not, enough people.
Yeah.
That are this tournament going to be watching. Well, there actually might be, which is funny because they do look to me.
Well, they're not. Are you sharing your screen?
No.
No. So
I'm talking it through.
Yeah.
If it was a 3K, I think that's where you draw the line about sharing screens.
Okay.
Probably, or a little too close to lock in this case. Maybe, I don't know. It's tough. So I think Wancho ends up getting overlooked. I think Beasley ends up getting overlooked. I need a little bit of an update on this Charlotte team, though. And I have 3 sites open, and I can't get an update from any of them. So, all right, let's see. Who do we have on Charlotte that we can it's weird because we're looking at the old Charlotte players too. It keeps confusing the hell out of me. Well, not the old Charlotte players, but not one. I keep saying Hernan Gomez, and I keep thinking of the other Hernan Gomez. So they're starting 2 bigs.
Who?
I'm getting the starting lineup here. Hold on.
Oops.
Dude, this is weird. Ugh, why can't we just have a normal slate? Like, this is the last one. Can't you just let us know beforehand just once? Like, just once. Even on opening night, there was news. Like, give us a break. And at the same time, thank you, because sometimes other people don't catch on to it. So I feel weird on what I'm saying. But, so the Timberwolves, they have 10 bodies. Who are you going to... I mean, Naz Reid is not going to start.
He's not going to start. So what? I don't know.
He's going to play, man.
Yeah.
He's going to... All right, so let's go with that game. Naz Reid, James Johnson, Russell.
So James Johnson's starting, right?
Even D'Angelo Russell is not shooting guard eligible. Are you kidding me?
Nope.
None of the guys who used to be shooting guard eligible, not one?
Nope.
Even Rozier, it's not even that he's playing, but like, come on. I can't even play Darius Garland. This is so frustrating, man. Yikes. I don't like where I'm at. I think I'm going to fade Naz Reid in this lineup.
Yeah, I think Naz Reid's going to... I think, Bobby, I think Naz Reid's going to be the casualty.
What if James Johnson should be, though? Because he's going to have like 4 times the ownership. Naz Reid is not going to be owned at the end of this. I'm telling you.
You don't think?
Mm-mm. I mean, like, barely. There's too many things. There's just a lot of things. Meanwhile, we still have this giant question mark in Diallo, who we're just assuming is going to light everyone on fire.
He just does... The minutes are just so tough.
It's hard to know, though, with Bolden there, if that's going to be the case. Like,
That's true.
um,
And what do you do with Hernan Gomez?
I'm almost perfect. God darn it. That's the thing, is I like Hernan Gomez. I actually think he's like, in a weird way, like not the safest, but like I know he'll be out there a bunch, you know?
I mean, I'm definitely going to do some Hernan Gomez off of James Johnson. Where I can afford it. So where's your big one stand now? What's your main decision right now? Maybe I can help a little bit.
Maybe.
Or do you think you're good?
I don't like my lineup. That's my
Okay.
problem.
Well, are you currently stacking that game or no?
Yeah, because I think it makes the most sense.
And what do you have? Graham and who else? And that's it from Charlotte?
I'm trying to get Bridges or Washington. I think that Washington just became 1,000 times better of a play, and I think that's where no one will go. So that's my big just dilemma. And then do I decide to play TJ Warren because I need 5,600, either TJ Warren or De'Aaron Brooks at small forward. It's the sacrificing small forward. I don't like so I'm playing a stack with Hernan Gomez, Beasley, Washington, and Graham and Russell. You know who I might leave out is Russell. I think I might. I think I'm onto something with this. And if I played a Kobo, it would put me at Middleton range. So I could play Middleton as a one-off, which is who's going to be totally forgotten about in this. All right. For now, okay, so I'm going to change this, I think, but I actually kind of like this. My Minnesota exposures. So I've got Washington and Graham from Charlotte with Beasley and Hernan Gomez on the other side. Because they have enough, and you don't need bigs against Charlotte. What's really weird is that I like Hernan Gomez from Charlotte. but I'm not going to play him in this big lineup, obviously.
That's nuts. Yeah.
I might play. So I've got one spot left for 5,300 in the utility, and I'm debating between Bogdanovich and. Am I different enough? I have Trae Young at point guard, so that's good.
Where?
Different.
On FanDuel or DraftKings? Or in the DraftKings?
You know what? I think I think I won't be able to forgive myself if I don't play Luka. I really don't. I really do. I can do it. It's easy to do.
Yeah.
It puts me at 1,3,200 spot that I need to make a gamble on. Let's take a quick look. Actually, the Charlotte Bigs. So Washington is a little bit worse of a play because of Biyombo starting. Caleb Martin. Okay, that might be the play.
Caleb Martin?
I think so. I mean, he's 3K. He's going to play in bazillion minutes. He played well the last time he got this chance. Not recently. Oh, my God. This is Caleb, not what's his name?
Not Cody?
Oh, Cody's who I met. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. It's not Cody. Oh, my God. Dude, I hate this now. I loved this slate. Now I hate it. What do we think Caleb's going to be owned? What's your guess?
So we're talking about which Martin now? The Minnesota Martin.
There's only two. They're twins, and they're on the same team. And one of them is not playing tonight, and that's the good one. Jesus. This is a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare.
Oh, I was thinking of K Martin from Minnesota.
I have a full game stack with Trae Young and Luka with Nance running it back. I just don't know if I can forgive myself if Luka goes off tonight. I really don't. I don't think that's like an acceptable decision for me to make. So I'm going to make that decision right now. No, I'm serious. It's too ridiculous. Like where the projections are right now, anyway. This is with Luka. Wow, this is not what I expected my lineup to look like when I started the day.
Our lineups don't even remotely look like what we started.
I mean, there's some staples there. The problem is even like our off the board plays like Trae and all that are not going to be off the board anymore.
Okay.
Ugh, just there's too much ownership. Okay, so let me change my 555s and my 888s, or my 88s, whatever you call them, on FanDuel. So I'm going to go through a little FanDuel talk, guys. Sheets, if you see anything interesting in the chat, or if you have anything you want to talk about, like
I mean I'm kind of chalk central at FanDuel right now, so I got to think about what to do. So I've got Bledsoe, I have Luka in almost every lineup, but I have Lillard in the one I don't have Luka in, and that because I pay down for the power forwards.
Yeah. God, I mean, there's all of a sudden a way you can fade Middleton over here.
Yeah, I got 50% of him. Like I got Russell and Booker. You know what I mean? I think Booker and Russell. I think Russell's just as good a play. You know what I think? I'm mixing. I have Booker, Russell, and Middleton. Those are my shooting guards. But again,
here's where you get the unowned Beasley.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. So if I can play for Minnesota, who can I play and where? Let's play. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna play a Graham, like the Graham Russell angle. That's wrong here. No, I can do this. I can do Russell, Middleton, Bridges, Nance. I wanted to try and see if I could get that game stacked with. I can almost do it. Hold on, maybe I can do this. Let me get that game stacked with Jokic and LeBron.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
On FanDuel. No new news, right? Chat.
I don't see anything.
Is Max starting? That's it. God, if I play, how could I end up playing Dylan Brooks? Maybe I don't need Larry Nance over here. Yeah, let's play. No, let's play Naz Reid. I still like Naz Reid, by the way. I just want to make that clear.
Oh my god.
What's weird, it keeps leading me back to the same thing over here. Bridges, Russell, Reed, Jokic, LeBron. Bledsoe. All right, I really like this lineup, and it's fading. What's his name? I'm 100 off.
Good.
I'm literally 100 off of the exact lineup I'm trying to create here. Hey, I'm not sacrificing anyone in this particular game stack. I mean, it's pretty balls out to play nobody from Milwaukee on FanDuel, right? And it would be the only option I have to get off of this.
Yeah.
Or I could play Markelle. Like he's actually going to have a good game. Like he's going to be fine. But I really would rather play Sexton if I was going to do this.
You know who I really like, by the way, until I couldn't play him anymore, was I kind of got into Marquise Chris as a play.
Yeah, I was with you too. But then I literally you can't, like you said, you can't really play him anymore.
I mean, like with Phoenix having no bigs except for Diallo, I mean, Chris should have a good game. I mean, except that he sucks. Aside from that, Gomez, Nance.
I cannot get the right exact combo on FanDuel at all. I cannot figure it out.
So if I went all the way up to Jokic, he's going to be owned now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this would be gross if you could pull this off. No, this has no chance. Maybe. Like, I think also that Gobert is going to be popular over there too still, even probably more so. Or maybe not more so, actually. Boy, if you can get away with Valanciunas, pair that with Lillard. Oh, goodness. Just trying to... Okay, let me see what that would look like. 6 minutes, so we got time for hundreds of lineups. Let's do a couple here. Let's see. So if in fact I did that, and I went to Valanciunas at 0%, which I'm presuming he will be, and then run him with Lillard. Oh, I don't even need to do the super alpha Jimmy Butler, do I?
No, it's almost become too alpha at this time. Watch him.
Yeah.
He's gonna put up like 72, and it's gonna be like, what? What are we doing?
I gotta have this. But wait, what was Morant again over here?
I don't think you can even pay up a power forward on FanDuel. Like, I really don't think you're even allowed to.
I don't think so either. I can't do it. I mean, if I could just play Graham. Dude, I'm telling you, Graham is an assist guy, too. Someone's going to get these shots. I don't know who's it going to be. It's not, aside from Graham. It's going to be somebody.
Yeah, Bridges.
Yeah,
Bridges
maybe.
Bridges in Washington.
Bridges in Washington.
I might have Garland if I don't get this edit done right. I might have Garland in both of my FanDuel lineups, which just feels both of my big ones. Okay, let's get this. I gotta get FanDuel moving. MKG won't make Maverick's debut, so no MKG for anybody.
Oh, I know. Oh, this is so annoying. So I told you I have one Alpha Butler lineup in FanDuel, and what's awesome about it is that he was paired with Gobert, which is just so awesome.
How about fading Bledsoe? How awesome is that?
Well, that's going to happen in a second here. So wait a minute.
I'm not doing it. I'm keeping him in one of them.
Well, because what we're going to do.
Price.
This is what we're going to do. We're gonna say F you to Whiteside, and then what we're going to do is this is the one we're going to go for this thing. We're going to try it just in case. Just in case.
Sorry, guys, it's crunch time, so it's not the most fun.
Totally fine.
I've got a lot of editing to do right here.
And this one has. Oh, so who else can I pay up for? Fade Middleton. Can I do this? Oh, there's no way I can do this and live with myself. I could go Bledsoe up to De'Aaron Fox. Oh my God.
No Bledsoe.
Bledsoe could F himself over here. Okay. So the only guy in. Yeah? Okay. I'll leave in 5 minutes. I only have 2 guys locked in FanDuel over 6 lineups, and it's not a surprise which ones they are. They take up $8,200 for the salary, so I'm going to take my chance with those 2, and hope that the rest of this stuff kind of is alpha enough, I guess.
How I got into Jonas Valanciunas, like I'm just stuck in that range. Weird day.
Oh, and this is my little Kevin Porter, small forward on FanDuel, just sitting there. Nobody's gonna have that.
I do.
Oh, all right, there you go.
Only once, but that's all right. Nobody else is definitely gonna have it.
That's it. Nobody else. I only got him in the 7th. It's the one.
I got him a lot on DraftKings. I'm gonna have to
Really?
on DraftKings after lock here.
All right, guys. I am going to call this.
Get out of here. Close it.
I am going to run. I am going to do all this stuff where I can.
Guys, thanks so much.